Welcome to the Daily News, where we explore the dynamic world of venture capital and startups that dared to ask for funding and got it. I'm your host Rachel, and in each episode, we'll unravel the stories behind successful startups, the entrepreneurs who pitched their ideas, and the venture capitalists who took the leap. Get ready for an inside look at the world of venture capital and the art of making bold asks. Top news: Google CEO Sundar Pichai appeared today at his company's antitrust trial to defend Google's payments to Apple to secure its position as Apple's default search provider. There was a lot of uncertainty about what would happen if the deal didn't exist, he said. According to Fortune, X is giving employees RSUs that imply a company valuation of $19 billion, less than half of what Elon Musk paid for the company a little more than a year ago. Meta is launching an ad-free, subscription-based version of Facebook and Instagram for European customers willing to pay $10 to $13 per month for the privilege. The Biden administration's executive order on AI is out. We're not going to recall publicly available models that are out there, a senior official said. In annoyingly circuitous fashion, FTX co-founder and former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried testified at his fraud trial today that his former top lieutenants were responsible for his company's woes. He also admitted that he knew Alameda Research had not properly hedged its risk. Massive fundings: Hanasa Consumer, an Indian startup that has a skin and personal care brand called Mamiath, raised approximately $92 million in an anchor round ahead of its IPO. Investors included Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, Fidelity, Norges Bank, Invesco, Goldman Sachs, CDPQ, White Oak, Franklin Templeton, Kodak, DSP, Carmignac Gestion, Loomis Sales, Matthews, Pictet, and Hornbill. The company hopes to raise $204.3 million in its IPO. TechCrunch has more here. Surat, an 8-year-old startup based in Wilmington, MA, that is developing 3D metal printing technology, raised a $99 million Series C round at a $350 million valuation according to Reuters. The deal was co-led by NVIDIA and Capricorn, with additional participation from Honda Motor and Cubic Capital, as well as previous investors True Ventures, SIP Global Partners, Porsche Automobile Holdings C, Denso Global, General Motors Ventures, Man of Mobility, and Xerox Ventures. Reuters has more here. Big but not crazy big fundings. Betteromics, a 3-year-old startup based in Redwood City, California, that says it can help lab professionals manage large amounts of data using advanced computation and AI techniques, raised a $20 million series a round co-led by Sofinova Partners and Triatomic Capital, with Shakti also participating. More here. Goodbits, a 2-year-old Hamburg startup that develops robotic kitchens, raised a $12.7 million series a round led by Oyster Bay, with Block Group also taking part. EU Startups has more here. Skyroot Aerospace, a 5-year-old Hyderabad startup that is developing commercial space launch vehicles, raised a $27.5 million pre-Series C round. Temasek was the deal lead. The company has raised a total of $95.1 million. Reuters has more here. Smaller fundings: Boundless Rider, a 1-year-old startup based in Medford, Massachusetts, that provides insurance coverage to riders of motorcycles, e-bikes, ATVs, UTVs, and snowmobiles, raised a $4.25 million round led by American Family Ventures, with Assurity Life Insurance and Belmont Capital also pitching in. The company has raised a total of $11 million. Coverager has more here. Zero Risk, a Boston startup that provides an extra layer of cloud security for silicon chips based on OpenTitan open source technology, raised a $5 million seed round led by Cambridge Angels. VentureBeat has more here. New funds: Andreessen Horowitz expects to target around $3.4 billion for its next core early stage and seed stage funds, representing a slight increase to its prior efforts, Axios reported today. It further says the firm will ask, although not require, limited partners to invest via a new master vehicle that would feed into sub-funds. Exits: Chinese regulators are now holding up Broadcom's planned purchase of VMware with a November deal expiration deadline fast approaching. People: Bill Gates' ex-assistant has rocketed up the list of the world's richest people and could soon overtake Microsoft's world-famous co-founder and his former boss in net worth. Web Summit, the conference company, has named Catherine Meher as its new CEO, roughly 1 week after co-founder Paddy Cosgrave stepped down because of his comments about Israel. Meher formerly led Wikimedia as its CEO. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, has never liked venture capitalists, and he still doesn't, evidently. You don't want to make money by screwing your investors, and that's what a lot of venture capitalists do, Munger said on a new episode of the podcast Acquired. As notes Fortune, the average annual return for venture capital investments over the past 20 years is 11.8% versus 12% for the Nasdaq Composite, according to Cambridge Associates. Tech moguls use strong-arm tactics to buy land for secret cities, farmers say, including pitting family members against each other. The Daily Capital News, a podcast focused on venture capital and startups. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Daily Capital News. If you're inspired by the world of venture capital and startups that make the ask, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Keep your startup dreams alive, and remember, if you don't ask for that venture capital, you don't get it. Until next time, I'm Rachel, and we'll catch you on the next episode.